by myself up north today, and thought, well, there's no one to talk to. I can talk to you guys. So making a little vid while we drive. About 3 hours 40 minutes into a 6-hour trip. So it's not a big trip today, but sort of the biggest one we do regularly. My wife and kids flew up yesterday at her dad's place now, and I'm driving the car. I had a few jobs this morning, so I'm driving the car now, and got the dogs in the back with me. We'll all drive back together next weekend. But yeah, I like this drive. I like to drive north. You know, some beautiful countryside in places. You know, you go through some forested areas, you go through some cropping land. Sugarcane is pretty popular where I am now, this part of the country north. A lot of it's sugarcane and beef. I mean, cattle farms everywhere as well, up and down the coast. Some patches, but up and down the coast. It's a nice drive. It's a nice way to see the country. 6 hours will only take me a third of the way through my state that I live in. Sorry about the way the camera keeps the light. Obviously it's a bit painful, bad time of the day to try and film maybe with the sun where it is. But yeah, I like driving. I enjoy driving. We did a lot of long drives as kids. 12 hours was the sort of standard trip then to see Grandma and Grandpa. And now for us, for my immediate family, my wife and kids, we do sort of 6 hours. It's sort of the biggest we've had to do. 3 hours is pretty regular as well, out west to the farm and back. But yeah, we don't mind driving. We both grew up doing long drives. 3 hours in the car must seem like forever to some folks, even here in Australia. A lot of folks don't do that sort of drive. But 6 hours, a couple of times, my wife and I have just done that straight through. Not so much now with the kids. But 6 hours is even that's not a real big drive here in Australia. Just coming in town now, actually. School holidays down here, so I've got a bit of time off at the moment, which is nice. Crazy end to the semester. But smack bang in the middle of school holidays, we had our federal election, and they're not sure who's won. It's Monday now. The election was Saturday, and it looks like it's going to be a hung parliament again, which means no party has been able to secure a majority of 76. Someone will make a deal probably with some independents or a minor party. So we'll see what happens. But I think the electorate's trying to tell the parties that they're not happy, and I'm certainly one of those. Not happy. It's hard to find someone who represents my interests too, because I'm like most people, you know, we're all pretty varied creatures. I'm a firearm owner, I'm a Catholic, I'm a teacher, you know, I work in education. That can be a political football. I'm a family man. I've got extended family in the country, in rural and regional Queensland in Australia. Some of that family are farmers. So for me and mine, there's lots of interests going on there. Certainly no one party is going to look after me as an individual or my family. So it's hard to try and make that decision about what's good for me, as well as keeping in mind the national interest. And I think a lot of people forget the national interest when it comes to election day. I think they just think about themselves and their own back pocket, and they don't think about what's going to be good for the country as a whole. There's been a few discussions even within my family about who we voted for and why, and I'm in strong disagreement with some of my family on that, who they have voted for and why they made those choices. You know, we've all got different values, I suppose, and that guides us in slightly different ways to make our decisions. But I like talking politics. I'm not going to do much of it here on YouTube. I think it's too easy for things to get a bit out of hand in comments and the back and forth. But I certainly didn't vote for the major parties this election. And all those interests I mentioned to you before, being a firearm owner, being a Catholic, Christian, being a teacher, all those things weigh into helping me make my decision about who to vote for and who's looking after the interests of myself and my family, and as well as that as the nation. I haven't really said much about politics there at all, have I? Which is sort of what I was planning on doing, so that's good. Just driving through Childers now. Let me give you a quick look. Not sure how that's going to turn out, but some beautiful country up this way. If we had some family nearby, part of me would be a little bit tempted to buy property up here. Yeah, you got some nice green rolling hills. There's decent enough land if you want to do something with it. You almost lost you. But anyway, look, that's all I really wanted to say. G'day. There's been a lot going on in the world. Brexit's happened. And that's quite controversial as well, isn't it? We've got our election here in Australia, which probably isn't international news, but it's important to us. And, the ups and the downs and the drama of daily life. We were out at the farm last week, helping butcher a couple of cows. And the laws here in this country say you can't take that meat off the farm, even if you own the animal. You can't bring it back to your house in the city. I don't even know why I brought that up, it just makes me angry. I know why they do it. They're trying to regulate the sale of meat and make sure it's safe as possible for people who are buying meat, but if I want to go in on some cattle with my family, the family who own the farm, makes it hard for me to get good value out of that in terms of being able to bring some home for us to eat, make the best use of the resource that's available to us. Just feels like every way you look, they're trying to make things harder and harder for us. Whereas if I go out and hunt, I can move that meat anywhere in the country. It's interesting. Anyway, look, I better disappear, concentrate on what I'm doing. Thanks for keeping me company for a few minutes. As you can see, I've shifted now. The sun's moved slightly northwest, and the road's shifted a bit to the northeast again. Hence that flickering light now as the sun dapples through the leaves. Anyway, I hope you and yours are well. Blessings until we speak again. See ya.